With a new table saw comes the task of remaking all your jigs. The first jig I'm going to remake is my spline jig with an added safety feature I did not have on my first one. I'm Rick, and this
Shut the heck up, you stinking boosters. Prepare for your sanity.
This is the shack. Hello and welcome. Yes, if you've purchased a new table saw, chances are your jigs won't fit. That's my case. My jigs were all made to fit my vintage table saw. The miter slots on my new one are a completely different distance now, so I have to remake all my jigs, which really isn't a bad thing. Now I can incorporate some safety into it, and like anything, after you use it for a while, you kind of think, well, I should have added that, or I don't really need this. But for me, I am very basic, so I don't put a lot into my jigs. They are very simple, basic, but yet functional. So in this video, I'm going to show you my version of the spline jig. Very simple, very basic, still functional, but I am adding something that I didn't have on the last one. I'm adding some safety into it. This is the jig that I made. On the back, the exit part, as you push this through the blade to do your cut, my blade would actually just come out the back. I didn't have nothing there. It was just open. So I would see the blade come through, stop, pull back. Really wasn't safe. That was kind of dumb on my part, but I only used it once in a while, so I didn't really think about needing any more. So now I've decided I want to make sure it is safe, so I am incorporating some safety features, I guess. So on this one, I actually boxed this in back here where the blade comes through, added a piece of plexiglass on top, so I have a visual on that blade at all times. Being boxed in, there, I can put my hand all around here and I have no chance of my thumb touching that blade on accident and losing a thumb. All about safety. So I'm going to walk you through the steps of me making my version of the spline jig. I prefer hardwood for my runners. Check up here, I have a link to a video I did using calipers to dial in your table saw to get a perfect cut. I use this method to cut my runners for my jigs. Plus I have another tip on using something I put on the bottom of my jigs every time I use it that actually helps it glide over the surface of my table saw. So basically kind of two tips if you want to go there. Basic, very simple, very functional spline jig. Let's just dive right in. I have my runners cut, or check in the description. I have a link how you dial in your table saw to get precise cuts. Scrounging around, I got a few scraps. What I think I'm going to do is, this one is 12 by 24. I'm going to use that as my base. I got this piece that's 15 by 18. I like a little bit bigger jig just because depending on the box, what I do, I want to have enough room so it doesn't kind of feel wonky or anything. It will sit in there. Most time it will be picture frames and things, but in case I want something larger, I'm prepared. So this is the size that I want. This sheet, basically what I'm going to do, it will have 7-inch height sides. I don't know if I want it centered. I think I may want it off-center a little bit so I have more room back here. As I run it through, I'm going to have, just like you'd have on your cross-cut sled, I'm going to box in this area to keep away from the blade. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my table saw set up. These runners are fantastic. They fit perfectly. I want it just a little bit less than half so I can flip the other one around and run it through and trim it off so they are both equal. So let me get my gripper, turn my dust collection on. Look at that cut. It was just unbelievable, that cut. So now I have two equal sides. That is a beautiful fit, man. Wow. So I'm going to get my squares. I'm going to square this up, glue it up. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this around. So I'm going to run me a strip of tape. so that will sit on there like that. Now this thing's had time to dry. That's a nice joint. That is beautiful. Now, next step is I got to figure out. See, so it's going to slide in there like that. So I got to get me some 45 support to set in here. See, if I actually put a wall there somewhere, that'd be right there. So I'll have plenty of room. I like that. So the blades are going to be here. When it goes through the center, it goes out here, I can have this all boxed in, keep my hand away, so it won't go past this. It'll just cut into here so far. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll get that one on first, get this set on there. I like that. That way I have room. It's safety, all about safety.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
I have this cut down, got my ends done, gave everything a quick sand. This thing glides smoothly. But there's another little trick, I guess. I've not said nothing about my wax, paraffin wax. In my stepfather's cabinet shop, they always kept the thing of wax, beeswax, whatever. You'd run the threads of the screw through, and then you screw it in. It just helped it glide smoother. So it always had a block of wax in your tool belt. On this, basically what I do when I go to use it, I'll just scribe a little bit on the surfaces here, and then in between the runners, I'll just, on the edge, I'll run that. Every time I use it, I keep my wax there. Now I have a nice fence, but I mean, it just makes things glide. Look at that. That wax, it just adds that next level, that little surface between your tabletop and this, and it just makes it glide.
Why you
just sort of come through. Now that's pretty good. Because if you look on the back, it just crossed, so I'd actually have to take it a little bit lower. Oh yeah. This one you can see, this one nothing. That is a perfect cut. I mean, you're just a hair, literally a hair from breaking through. That's perfect height. Now before I can call this thing complete, I want to address this little area here. Basically what I want to do, I want to enclose this. As long as the blade comes through here in any depth, I am safe. That's what this is all about. So if my hands are around here, they're no way going to get chipped or cut or taken off by the blade. So what I was thinking about, I got this 1/2 inch plywood. I think it's plenty. I will cut it to height here. They will fit in this way. I'm going to go on each side. On the top, I'm going to cut just about maybe 1/8 below the top. I'm going to put a little dado in here, and I want to put in a piece of plexiglass on the top so I can look down in there, and it's going to be removable. If I ever want to clean this, I can remove the plexiglass, blow it out, clean it out. But at least this way, the plexiglass will allow me to see down there. So when I'm pushing this through, I can see the blade, I can stop, then come back. It gives me a clear view of the blade so I know exactly where I am in my cut. So I need in the ballpark of, I think I'm gonna do 4.5 and see how that is. If I have to, I'll trim it down just a hair. Show you how real quickly how I use this to dial in that perfect cut. What I'm going to do is right here is where I want it to go. So there we go. So I am at, okay, I'm at 3.533. Let me take it, I don't know if you can see that, I'll put it up here. Well, 3.52, but it's 3.53. 3.3. So I want to go 3.50 on the nose. So I know these are 1.31, but I'll just take a little quick reading just in case. 1.31 on the nose. Zero that out. Now I'm going to go 3.40, 3.55. I'm going to set that there. I'm going to just set that right behind the carbide tip, put that on there, I'm going to slide this up and get right to there. Right here is the lock. I locked my flip stop here. I have the brass rod on the other side because I'm going to set a piece of wood here because I have that very thin stock. And basically, the micro adjustment I'm going to use to bring this over, and until I get that right at 350 or maybe about 349, 340, a couple thousandths. They're good over here, so maybe you can see a little bit better. Put it at 355. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just unloosen this. I'm going to dial that in. And I get it right there. And I'll do that right there. I think you can see it. And I'll bring it back in. There it goes. 355, 354, 353, 52, 51, 35, 350 on the nose. I want to go at least 349, 340. I go 349, and I'll go to 0. 349, 0. I'm going to leave that right there. That's good. I clamp the wood on here. So I want it to go on there. So yeah, I got to cut that off. And this blade is phenomenal. It's very sharp. It cuts even this thin plexiglass without chipping, breaking, or anything. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to turn the vacuum on. I'm going to cut that off. This should slide right in there. Perfect. And it should be tight enough to go past. Oh, look at that. Perfect. There it is. That is absolutely nice. So I can set that in there. I got a good view. It's perfect. So now I can get the glue on here. I can line that up right with those lines right there where it's going to go. Okay. Set that on there. Bring it down where it's right between those things. There. Now you don't want to get too tight. The little dado you cut in here, you could break that. Just enough to keep that down there where it glues. That's all I need right there. Now when that dries, we'll check it out and make sure we can see our blade down there. It's dry. So let me raise this up so I can see, oh, right there it comes through. Right there. So if I'm cutting, see, you can see it right there. So we will be able to see it. I hope you guys can see. I can see it in there. So as I use it, if I need to cut a little bit further, at least I can see the blade coming through right there. And I can slide this out if I need to clean it out. The only thing I would think I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a little hole here, put a little pin in to hold it so it doesn't come out. That worked out fine. Well, I am officially done. That completes this build. Basic, simplicity with safety in mind. That's what it's all about, making these jigs work on here with safety first in mind. So this is great. This will serve my needs. I don't need a bunch of T-tracks and stuff. This will take care of exactly what I need to do, when I need to use it. Whatever jig you build, as long as it fulfills your need and you're happy with it, that's it. Doesn't matter. Some people have got to really go crazy, glorify it, and have everything on it. But then you have to think, how often do you really, really use that? Sometimes you just got to step back, take a breath, quit overthinking everything, make it simple, make it functional. So that's it. That's what mine is all about. Simplicity, functionality, and safety. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take back your shack. Build it for your sanity. Actually, underneath here is my next video. So make sure you're subscribed and ring that bell so you're notified when these videos do come out. Trying to make sure I stay every week with one now. And I'm trying to get projects in between. I still got some other jigs to set up and review. We got a lot happening this year. A lot, baby. Ooh, I hope I can survive this year. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next video.